What is the best way to learn DevOps? That's another question I get on Code Cloud and DevOps Ask Me Anything, and thank you for joining me into this video. So this question is one that I think has a pretty straightforward answer, but I'll try to break it down as much as possible into this video because it's someone's query really to know how to learn DevOps. So I've made a video on roadmaps on learning DevOps and all that, but I will not delve into that. You can check out that in the playlist for this series that I've started now for almost 2 years. But I think the way to learn DevOps is pretty much the way to learn mostly anything in technology. Constant practice. And I said this because it's not enough to just learn the theoretical part of anything. You need to practice it. Practice makes perfect. And in terms of roadmap, just brief summary, you need to know about cloud, you need to know a bit of software development fundamentals, just the general style of software development. You need to learn things about CI/CD, you need to learn things about networking, containerization, cloud basics, and all those stuff. But I think the best way to learn anything is to do the thing. Give yourself a project. Pick up one of the source code repositories. It could be a to-do app, a calculator app, a simple website you build for yourself. Try to DevOpsify it. Try to make something out of it. Try to bring it into DevOps space. And we're thinking of things like CI/CD. Automate the build and deployment of that code. And then just improve from there, really. Your infrastructure that used to deploy the web app, make it automated, right? IAC code like Terraform, like Pulumi, like Azure Bicep, like AWS CloudFormation, and all those stuff to make things work. The key point is actually think of a problem and solve it. And I'm guessing the person who asked this question is someone who's just starting out and trying to learn DevOps. So I say it's not enough to just watch the videos. It's not enough to just read the books and the blog posts and everything to learn DevOps. What you should do rather is practice what you have learned and also give yourself challenges. There are loads of challenges online that you can actually go through to learn DevOps. There's cloud challenge, there's DevOps challenges online you can go through. If you go to a website like roadmap.sh, it actually gives you the step-by-step guide on what you can do to learn things like DevOps. But then these are things we talk about in my community on WhatsApp, but of course I'm moving that to a new platform now because I'm trying to decluster my WhatsApp, but that's something I'll talk about later in the future once I've got it all sorted out. So the best way to learn is to practice, give yourself challenges, and always improve on those stuff. So if you're building your personal website, don't just right-click deploy or do FTP to get it up. Automate the deployment process. Write infrastructure as code to deploy it, and then get your friend's website, do the same thing for that. If you're working on something really simple, no matter how simple it is, think the DevOps way of doing it. That is it. If you're writing a simple to-do app or a big e-commerce application, whatever it is, think of the DevOps way of doing things. Automate as much as possible, implement best security practices, improve source control management. All those kind of things are what you put in place once you're starting a fresh project. And that is how I learned. And that is how I guess most people actually also learned DevOps. So go through that process of putting things in place and just doing things the DevOps way. And practice. Also, of course, be part of a community to learn new stuff that are coming out. Now, about new technologies coming out and all that. Yes, new tech is good. I'm not going to lie about it. But the fundamentals never change. So get grounded in the fundamentals also in all your learnings, such that even if new tech comes and you have not been able to learn it, you won't be faltered. You won't feel bad for not learning that new tech. So be grounded in fundamentals, think of the DevOps way of doing things, continuously improve your current knowledge, and also automate. Practice. Give yourself challenges. Go through online challenges. Join a community, be active in that community, speak in those community events, and of course you would grow that way. I know this is not an exhaustive set of answers I might have given, but if I was to wake up and you asked me that question, those are the kind of answers I would give you, and I hope that gave you some sort of clarity into the way you would learn DevOps. But if you're looking for things to learn in DevOps, I made an extensive video about that one, and it's something you can check out. I'll put a link hopefully in the video description, but you can check it out also. Also check the Code Cloud and DevOps playlist. I know the video is in one of those series that you can check out and watch for yourself. And of course, if you still have further questions, I'll put a link to ask more questions right about here, or you can check the QR code here right now upon your screen. And also, I mentioned I'm moving my community from WhatsApp to a new platform. I just noticed this on Microsoft Teams personal a few days ago that I can do that. So I'm trying to move it over to Microsoft Teams so that we can have our online communities and chats more seamlessly as I'm on my computer, because I'm trying to use my phones lesser day by day. So moving things on my computer would be a lot easier for me, because that is where I spend most of my days anyway. So I hope to do that in a couple of weeks, and then I'll let the community know how that is really going for me once it's ready. And of course, the course platforms I'm producing and all of that is almost ready, so stay tuned for that also. And of course, like, subscribe so you don't miss videos like this one. Until I come your way again yet to another video, you know what I say: stay safe and goodbye.